Sean Hill is joining us. Number 22 before Brett Pesci stole it. He joins us on the Adam Gold Show. Hurricanes legend. Sir, we're trying to make ourselves feel better. How do you feel today?
Yeah, I wish I felt better, but gosh, last night when that goal went in overtime, it was I just felt sick right away. You know, to be honest, that's the way I felt right away. And this morning it's kind of a obviously a bit of a downer, but somehow we got to put it out of our minds and just buckle up and just focus on winning one shift that builds up into winning a period, which can, lead into winning a game, hopefully. And I think that's just got to be our focus at this point.
Sean Hill is joining us here on the Adam Gold Show. So last night after the game, and Rod says he likes the game, likes the way they're playing these games. All of that is true. But as players, what are you thinking about after the game? Are you really thinking about these games? I mean, yes, you could have won it, but how are you why you haven't?
Yeah, I think, all the games, I think we could have won. It's, you look at the 3 posts we hit in the one game, and,
yeah,
obviously last night could have gone either way and just some bounces here and there, but we're not getting them right now is the problem. But, I think after that game last night, again, you look at it, we could have definitely won it. I think now we just got to focus on, what we're doing well and just try and do what we're not doing well better. And again, we can't look at the fact that we have to win 4 games in a row.
Right.
We have to simplify right now and just go tunnel vision, have a good start to the next game. Think about the fact that we got the best home ice advantage in the league, I think. Best fans, loudest barn. Let's just get that one win, and then let's just go on the road and try and, get that next one. And we just have to live for the minute right now and just don't get, over our skis thinking about having to beat a great team 4 times in a row, because that can't enter our mind. That just seems too big of a hill to climb. We just got to take it one at a time, and, we're definitely good enough to do it, but we just have to totally simplify things, I think.
Yeah, I mean, they can't win 4 games Saturday. They can only win 1. The start last night I thought was ideal, and the way I talked about it beforehand, and one of my keys to the game, which of course are completely meaningless, but I've got an hour to fill in the pregame show. My keys was not just feeding off the crowd, but feeding the crowd to give them the energy to give back to you. Because sometimes you think, the crowd is just going to energize the players. It's really up to the players to give that energy to the crowd first so they can give it back. But I thought the start was exactly how it was supposed to be. Carolina was heavy, and the Andrei Svechnikov shift that led to the first goal was just a thing of beauty. I thought he was going to just destroy everybody. And then rather than really, rough up Gustafsson before the goal, he just said, you know what, let me just get the puck instead. He kind of brushed him a little bit, and I thought Gustafsson was already hearing footsteps because Svechnikov laid him out pretty good earlier in the shift. But that was how that period went. They just didn't get enough out of it.
Right. Yeah. No, I agree. I think you gotta throw some gas on the fire. That the fans are the fire. You got to throw some on there, and Svech did a good job of doing that, obviously. And I think that's a key for us going forward. I think is you don't always have to hit on every shift out there, but you do have to throw some early. So it's like you said, it's in the back of their mind, and you definitely Gustafsson was probably thinking that was coming, and he better be ready for it. And like you said, great time to sneak in and avoid giving the hit and just take the puck when you can, type of thing. But I think that's something definitely has to be utilized as our fan base. And like you said, get them going early, throw some bodies around, and just play real high energy right off the bat, and then they'll get going. We know that for sure, and hopefully they can keep going with us and find ways to get goals and just get that building buzzing.
You've played some power play time before in your career, Sean. What when you look at the Hurricanes' power play, what would you change? What do they need to do more of?
I just think we got to get the puck to the net more. I think sometimes we're passing up shots, looking for stuff that isn't there, and that type of thing, looking for passing lanes that aren't there. And I think we've seen it time and again. As long as we can get the puck to the net with traffic, then we're creating chaos down there around the crease and that. And it doesn't have to be a great shot. It doesn't even have to be a scoring chance, the first one, but it's going to create scoring chances on the second one if we have traffic and we have bodies there. And, I think, again, just simplify everything at this point and find ways to get the puck in the crease and cause some chaos and see what happens, what comes of it. And, that's when usually things break down and you'll find an open guy at that point,
The both goals yesterday, all three goals in Game 2 were either deflections or shots right in front of the net. And that's where Carolina needs to get to. Inside, between the hash marks, below the circles, there are a lot of shots coming from up top. Obviously, Igor Shesterkin, I want to get to you talk about making too many passes, looking to pass, because I think they're trying to find easier shots, right? They're trying to make the goals easier as opposed to making it harder on Shesterkin. And can that get in your head as a player where, well, he's stopping everything, so I don't want to have him stop this. Let's pass. Let's see if I can find a pass, which might be a harder play than the actual shot.
Right. Yeah, no, I think at this point our focus has to be, we're probably not going to beat him on the first shot. And let's accept that and let's just get that first one through there. And then when that rebound is bouncing around, that's the one where we might beat him on. Or if, he overcommits to try and save that next shot, that's when you can slide it across for a tap in or something along those lines. But I think, we have to accept the fact that he's probably stopping the first one unless he's completely, blinded by our screens. And
right.
Other than that, let's work for that second and that third shot. Those are the ones that we're going to score on.
I know the series was not the same in terms of, the Rangers are 3-up, and in 2002, Montreal was 3-1. Was it 3-1 up or whatever this? When we went back to, it was 2-1, and they were about to go 3-1 up,
right?
Down 3-0 in the third period. The famous miracle at Molson. But was there a sense that Jose Theodore was the MVP in the NHL that year? He was about to be named the Hart Trophy winner. Was there a sense at any point in that series that, man, this guy right now we just can't do anything with, but once you got one, you felt like the floodgates opened? Was there something like that permeated through your locker room at the time?
Yeah, I think so. It's when a guy is playing that well, that's all you're thinking about is how do we get that first one? How do we get to that first one, and then create a little self-doubt for him? And I think the Hurricanes still have that ability, and like we said, we just got to get that first one and just start playing downhill, start playing heavy, start dominating zone time, and get them to take the penalties. And if we can do that, I still think like I said, let's not think about having to win 4. Let's just start thinking about having to win that first shift and let that build into winning a period, and let's just take it one step at a time here and do it, because like I said, you get the first one, we got nothing to lose, obviously.
Right.
We should be playing loose, and loose teams that play loose are dangerous, and I hopefully that's what we are, and go back into New York and do our thing again, and the next thing you know, you're back in Raleigh, and who knows? But like I said, we gotta win that first shift, win that first period, keep rolling in that direction, and totally simplify it, and just play. We just got to play now.
2001, the Hurricanes won Game 4 at home. They were threatening to be swept by the Devils, then won Game 5 in New Jersey before losing in Game 6. That was kind of the start of 2002, which was the start of 2006. So who knows what could happen if you extend the series. The Rangers are obviously playing at a particularly high level. Who has stood out to you about them?
Shesterkin, obviously. You know, you look at, they're just solid all the way through, up and down. I mean, their back end, you got Trouba, always a threat with the big hits. You got Fox, who is as good with the puck as anybody. But then you got the solid guys, Miller and Schneider, and it's just they're a good team, very good team. I mean, you look up and down their forward line, so much balance, so much scoring, but you know what? That's what you're going to get when you're in the second round of the playoffs, and if you want to try and win a Stanley Cup, you're going to have to beat some great teams. So, I think they're obviously very good. I'm not convinced that they're better than us. Are they playing better than us and getting the bounces right now? Yeah, they are, but we got to look to turn that around.
Sean Hill, I appreciate your time, sir. I will talk to you very soon. Let's make a plan to talk before Game 6.
Sounds great. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Sean. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Sean Hill here on the Adam Gold Show. All right. You know what? How did I forget to ask him? Like, would it be like a 46? The Chipotle?
Yeah.
I need a Chipotle steak and cheese.
Yeah,
from
calories
Jersey Mike's.
don't count when we feel like this.
No.
So put all the cheese, all the sauces.
No,
all
it might be the only thing I eat for the day anyway.
Yeah.
So what am I worried about?
Yeah, exactly.